back to the Sports Depot and tonight's Big Shots on Causeway, and I'm really pleased to have Chris Nilan and Lyndon Byers with us because these guys are two of the bigger characters on this Bruin club. A lot of people don't know that there are so many personalities on this club, but these two guys, I consider you guys ringleaders, especially you, Chris. New to the club, you came in and took right over.
I didn't so much come in and take over. I come in and just was being myself in the locker room like I was with the other teams I was with. I enjoy yucking it up with the guys and having fun, and you know, it carries through the whole team. LB's the same. You know, we get in the room and have fun with the guys. We try to keep it from getting too boring. You know.
LB, you've always been tight with Cam Neely since he's joined the hockey club, but I would think you and Chris, being birds of a feather, so to speak, would have a rather close relationship.
Well, you know, things were a little persnickety there at first as he came in, he was stealing my job. But, no, actually, I met Chris a couple times in the summer before, you know, he actually got traded here. And when he did get traded, you know, I've been over for supper a couple of times, and Little Nux digs me, Chris Jr., but, you know, there was a little bit, I don't know, training camp this year was, you know, kind of touchy, but
yeah,
you know, we worked it out. I think that we both kind of have the same personality, and we both get along real well. And like I say, you know, everybody asks me, you know, what's it like having, you know, Nilan on your team? You know, what's it like? And I say, hey, it's half the work, and it's twice as fun. So everything's been great.
Well, the two of you have built a reputation more with your fists than with your goal-scoring prowess. But as we're going to see, we're going to have video on both of you. We're going to look at yours, Chris, right now. It's quite obvious that you have a complete game. It's just that you built your reputation and you created your niche in this league with the rough stuff. Did you know early on it was going to be that way, that you had to approach it that way?
Well, yeah. I mean, I knew it because of my hands, you know. Every time I handled the puck, I could tell that I wasn't going to be a 50-goal scorer. I mean, I just knew. So I just did it the other way, and it got my foot in the door, and I played with a great organization in Montreal. And I really, I mean, they took the time with me, and they brought me along at a good pace, and it gave me the opportunity to become a more complete hockey player. And you know, I was happy that I was in that organization, although I always wanted to be a Boston Bruin when I was growing up. And you know, I got my chance to play there, and things worked out well. Now I'm just so happy to be back here and playing in Boston. It's like, I mean, how many players get to play in their hometown? How many players get to play with a team like Montreal? And I mean, I played in 3 great cities, Montreal, New York, and Boston, so I'm happy. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, you must be going through a little bit of culture shock, having gone for so many years as somebody who comes home and is hated. Yet now that you're home, I mean, how many of the people have forgiven and forgotten and taken you under their wing, so to speak?
Well, if no one has forgiven and forgotten, I've seen some things in the paper where people write in, but as far as bumping into someone on the street and having them say they still hate me, no, I haven't seen anybody do that yet. But I mean, I enjoy it. The people have been really good to me, and you know, it's nice. They've welcomed me back, and I'm just so happy to be home.
LB, you obviously have held down the tough guy role on this club. Jay Miller was around for a while and shared it with you. Cam, in his early days, established his own space with that type of play. But what was your youth like as you were growing up and hopefully preparing for a career in this league?
Well, I was a little rambunctious when I was a kid. I'm not going to say that I fought every day on the way to school, and I had a tough childhood. You know, everything was fine, but you know, it's funny because, I mean, Chris went through the same thing. You play college hockey, and when I played junior, at that time, I was, you know, on the top line of the team. I had 40 goals. You know, I was led the team. You know, was one of the top scorers in the playoffs. And I think that there comes a point when you get to this level that I had to, you know, look at my game, and I had to come to terms and say to myself, hey, listen, you know, you're playing with bigger and better people, and you might not be the star that you were, and you have to come to terms with your ability. And you know, fighting-wise was trial and error. I never fought a lot in junior. I never lost, but I never had to fight a lot. And when I got here, I don't know, I haven't been kabonked yet, so I'm working at it. And it kind of just worked and came together. Without me putting a lot of thought into what's happened.
Now, the video that we were just seeing and just saw, you have shown some ability to put the puck in the net. You just mentioned a 40-goal season in juniors. You were a second-round draft pick. It's quite evident that they felt they were drafting a highly skilled player. Why do you feel that you've never really gotten the chance to develop as that kind of a player?
I don't think that I haven't gotten the chance. I think, you know, what's happening, I mean, if anybody's followed the Bruins during my career, I spent just about every season hurt, and I think that's my biggest downfall, and it's tough. It's tough psychologically to have to, you know, I mean, I seem to get it going, and it's tough. You get hurt, you got to take 3 or 4 games to get back in shape, to get things going. Then when you start gelling and getting things going, I always seem to get hurt again. When I look back, it seems to happen every year, and this year's the same. You know, I don't just get a bruise, or I just, you know, don't just break something. You know, there's always some turmoil. You know, when I broke my foot this year, I walked around for 3 weeks, and we thought it was just a bruise, and that was a waste of 3 weeks. If we wouldn't have wasted that time, I might be playing right now. So it's tough.
Now, you were selected for the All-Star team a few weeks ago by Mike Milbury. Did it surprise you? Did it surprise you as much as it, and maybe surprise is too mild a word to use to describe the rest of the league when your name was announced?
Yeah, I was surprised a bit. Mike has shown faith in me this year in certain situations. He's put me on. I've never killed penalties before. I played in some power play, and he played me a lot in situations where the game is on the line, and I kind of lost that for my 2 years in New York where I'd been injured and I didn't play as much. So to get back and get my confidence back, and Mike just sending me the All-Star game like that, or picking me to go to the All-Star game, it was, I mean, it's just a great honor, and I know a lot of people didn't take it seriously. A lot of media people around the league had things to say, and were probably upset with the choice, but you know, like the way I looked at it, I was going to go and I was going to have a good time, and no one was going to ruin my day. I mean,
I don't know if a lot of people know, Nux. I don't know if a lot of people know, but you did get 20 goals.
I did.
Yeah.
At one time.
I mean,
I
they
got
think
21.
you're a goon, and you got 20 goals.
But you know, they always go back to the penalty minutes. You know, I'm the second most penalized player in the game, and ever. So that really, they don't like that. But like, I got my All-Star jerseys, and I'm giving one to my brother Steve, and giving one to my son. So it was just an honor for me to get picked, and you know, I know, like I said, a lot of people didn't take it seriously, but you know, I'm happy that I was, and there's reasons for it.
It's too bad that mentally you lapsed into thinking you were another Northeastern star, Reggie Lewis, or you could have gone to Chicago.
Well, I wouldn't mind, like, having Reggie's paycheck and he could have mine.
Even swap.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll show you this week's Budweiser Big Shot of the Week, and we'll also give the folks here at the Sports Depot a chance to talk to the guys. Stay right there. All right, welcome back to the Sports Depot, and in just a moment we're going to have some of the fans here at the Sports Depot come on up and talk to the guys. But before we do that, each week we will have a feature, the Budweiser Big Shot of the Week. It could be a player from either the Bruins or the Celtics, or it could be a play from either team's action from the past week. Right now, let's take a look at who is this week's Budweiser Big Shot of the Week.
Bruin goaltender Andy Moog was brilliant at times this past week, coming up with 23 save performances and victories over Hartford and Calgary, and earning his 11th career shutout with stops on big shots like this one against Whaler Rob Brown. Outstanding effort for Andy Moog, a big hand for the Bruin goaltender, as he is this week's Budweiser Big Shot of the Week.
Well, not a bad choice at all. Andy Moog could have come up with maybe Petri Skriko, who had a point in every game, including the game winner against Hartford. But Andy has had an outstanding season to date, hasn't he?
He's played great. He's played unbelievable, and you know, I think a lot of the success of our team lately has to go to myself and LB. Sitting up in the stands and watching.
It's not easy, you know. It's not easy cheerleading those guys onto those wins and getting everybody up for the game and getting them pumped. I think, you know, Dave, the thing that you have to look at, Andy's been, you know, he's been incredible his whole career. I mean, he was kind of out of the limelight behind Grant Fuhr for all those years that the Oilers won all those Stanley Cups, and since he's been here, I mean, you know, he's been unbelievable. He's a great team guy. He's a great family man. He's a ringleader in working hard and intensity and practice, you know. I mean, it's easy for a goalie. I mean, you know, Chris has been there. He's played with a lot of goaltenders. A lot of guys, you know, a lot of goaltenders, you know, they work hard during games. They stop a lot of pucks, and when practice comes around, they just kind of become a cardboard body standing there not moving. And Andy works hard, and it makes it good for us. And when someone like that, you know, cares that much, I mean, you can't not come to the rink and want to work hard. You'd be cheating the team.
You look like you wanted to add something to that.
No, just Andy, like he's good. Like he loves the game. The game's fun to him, and he keeps the game simple. And you know, he doesn't seem to let things fluster him too much. The odd time he might get upset, you know, if things don't go well in the game, if the team isn't playing as well in front of him maybe as they should. But
or if somebody's in the crease a little too often.
Yeah, but you know, he got to keep his little fanny in the net too. You know, you come out a little too often, and someone's gonna nail you. You put yourself in that position, you know. I can agree with the crease part, but when you get hit behind the net around the side,
no, that's fair game.
You know, yeah, that's the way it goes.
He's active, you know. I mean, a lot of people don't know. It's unbelievable when we play. You're in your own end, and you're trying to concentrate on what you got to do. And there's this voice yelling. And we call it squeaking because he squeaks. You know? At the point, behind the net, take him in. It's unbelievable, and it's so loud. And you're looking around and going, who's yelling at me?
You think sometimes you think you're playing for the BC women's team or the Northeastern women's team.
Yeah, I can see a two-handed slash from Moger coming up in practice sometime soon when you get back.
Hey, well, when you're the big shot of the week, you know, you got to take
really?
You got to take a little to get a little, you know.
He's the big